The old Chevy pickup rumbled down the deserted highway, its headlights cutting through the thick darkness like a knife. The road stretched out endlessly, a ribbon of asphalt under the starless sky. The only sounds were the engine and the wind whistling through the open windows. It was 2 a.m., and the world seemed to be asleep, wrapped in a blanket of silence. The driver, a young woman named Sarah, was heading home after a late shift at the diner. Her eyes were heavy with exhaustion, and her mind wandered to the comfort of her bed. She just wanted to get home to bed, to escape the weariness that clung to her like a second skin. The road was familiar, but tonight it felt different, almost eerie. Suddenly, Sarah's headlights illuminated a figure standing in the middle of the road. Her heart skipped a beat as she squinted to make out the details. It was tall and lanky, with wild, brightly colored hair that seemed to glow in the headlights. The sight was surreal, like something out of a nightmare. It was wearing a white mask with a grotesque painted smile stretched across its face. A clown. The smile was unnaturally wide, almost as if it were mocking her. Sarah slammed on the brakes, her hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly her knuckles turned white. The truck screeched to a halt, the tires leaving black marks on the asphalt. Her heart was pounding in her chest, a drumbeat of fear. The figure just stood there, unmoving, staring at her with an intensity that made her skin crawl. It was as if time had stopped. Its smile seemed to widen, stretching impossibly across its face. The air around her grew colder, and she could feel the hairs on the back of her neck stand up. Then Sarah noticed something even more terrifying. Her breath caught in her throat as she realized what it was. The clown was holding 2 large, gleaming machetes, one in each hand. The blades reflected the headlights, sending shivers down her spine. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest, each beat echoing in her ears. She could feel the panic rising, threatening to overwhelm her. She threw the truck into reverse and sped back the way she came, not daring to look behind her. The tires screeched as she accelerated, her mind racing. She could feel the clown's eyes burning into her back, a malevolent presence that seemed to follow her every move. The road ahead was a blur as she drove. She had never been so scared in her life. The encounter would haunt her dreams for years to come, a chilling reminder of that night on the deserted highway. Sarah's terrifying experience is not unique. In recent years, there has been a sharp increase in reported sightings of creepy clowns across the globe. These aren't your friendly neighborhood clowns juggling at a birthday party. These clowns lurk in the shadows. They peer into windows. They follow people. They instill fear. Reports of such encounters have spread like wildfire across the internet. They range from mildly unsettling to downright terrifying. Many involve clowns attempting to lure children or simply staring menacingly at passers-by. The common thread is a sense of unease and dread. These sightings have sparked a wave of fear and paranoia. People are afraid to walk alone at night. Parents are keeping their children indoors. The once innocuous image of the clown has become twisted into something sinister and menacing. The fear of clowns is nothing new. It is a fear that has been ingrained in human consciousness for centuries, often manifesting in the form of nightmares and unsettling encounters. It is a fear as old as time itself, rooted in the uncanny valley where the familiar becomes disturbingly unfamiliar. This fear has been amplified by popular culture, which has taken the image of the clown and twisted it into something sinister and malevolent. From literature to film, the image of the evil clown has been used to terrify audiences for generations. The unsettling juxtaposition of a clown's cheerful facade with malevolent intentions creates a powerful and lasting impact. One of the most iconic examples is Pennywise, the terrifying clown from Stephen King's It. Pennywise embodies the ultimate fear, a shape-shifting entity that can become whatever its victim fears the most. Pennywise is a shape-shifting entity that preys on children's fears, often appearing as a clown to lure its victims. This character has become a symbol of terror, representing the darkest corners of the human psyche. King's novel tapped into a primal fear of clowns, and the subsequent film adaptations cemented its place in horror history. The character's ability to instill fear has made it a cultural icon, but Pennywise is not alone. The archetype of the evil clown has been explored in various other forms, each bringing its own unique brand of terror. Other notable examples include the Joker from Batman, a character who combines chaos and madness with a clownish appearance to create a truly terrifying villain. Captain Spaulding from House of 1000 Corpses, a sadistic clown who revels in violence and mayhem, adds another layer to the fear of clowns, and the murderous Art the Clown from the Terrifier franchise, who uses his silent, menacing presence to instill dread and horror. These characters tap into our deepest fears and anxieties, using the guise of a clown to shock and horrify. They remind us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones that wear a mask of joy. So why are clowns so frightening? What is it about these seemingly joyful characters that can evoke such a deep sense of dread in so many people? What is it about their painted smiles and exaggerated features that send shivers down our spines? The answer lies in the psychology of fear and the uncanny valley. The uncanny valley is a term used to describe the unsettling feeling we get when we encounter something that looks almost human, but not quite. This concept is often applied to robots and animated characters, but it also applies to clowns. Clowns, with their exaggerated features and makeup, occupy a strange space in our perception. They are human-like, but not quite human. Their painted smiles hide their true emotions, creating a sense of unease and mistrust. This sense of unease is compounded by the fact that clowns often engage in unpredictable behavior. They might throw pies, jump out at you, or make strange noises. This unpredictability can be unsettling, especially for children who are still learning to navigate the world around them. Their painted smiles and exaggerated features make it difficult to read their true emotions. This ambiguity can be deeply unsettling, as we instinctively know that something isn't right. We rely on facial expressions to understand and predict the behavior of others. When those expressions are masked or exaggerated, it creates a sense of mistrust and fear. This feeling is known as the uncanny valley. It is a term used to describe the unsettling feeling we get when we encounter something that looks almost human but not quite. Clowns, with their exaggerated features and unnatural behavior, fall squarely into this category. Their appearance and actions are close enough to human to be recognizable, but different enough to be disturbing. Furthermore, clowns often engage in unpredictable behavior. They might throw pies, jump out at you, or make strange noises. This unpredictability can be unsettling, especially for children who are still learning to navigate the world around them. The combination of their unsettling appearance and unpredictable behavior makes clowns a source of fear for many people. This fear is not irrational. It is rooted in our basic instincts and the way we perceive and interpret the world around us. So the next time you see a clown and feel a shiver run down your spine, remember that it's not just you. It's a deeply ingrained response to something that is almost human, but not quite. Section 5. Navigating a clown encounter. While most clown sightings are likely harmless pranks, it is understandable to feel frightened if you encounter a creepy clown. Here are some tips on how to stay safe. 1. Trust your instincts. If you feel threatened or unsafe, remove yourself from the situation immediately. 2. Don't engage. Do not approach the clown or try to interact with them. Maintain a safe distance and avoid making eye contact. 3. Seek help. If the clown is behaving aggressively or if you feel threatened, call the police immediately. 4. Be aware of your surroundings, pay attention to your environment, and be aware of potential escape routes. And 5. Talk to someone. If you have had a frightening encounter with a clown, talk to a trusted adult about your experience. Section 6. Laughter turned fear. The recent wave of creepy clown sightings has had a profound impact on the public perception of clowns. What was once a symbol of joy and laughter has become tainted with fear and suspicion. Many people now associate clowns with horror movies and unsettling encounters. This is a tragedy for professional clowns, many of whom dedicate their lives to bringing joy and laughter to others. They are now facing increased scrutiny and distrust, often being lumped in with the very people who are giving clowns a bad name. It is important to remember that the vast majority of clowns are not creepy or dangerous. They are entertainers, artists, and skilled performers who bring joy to people of all ages. It is unfair to judge an entire profession based on the actions of a few. Section 7. The power of perception. The creepy clown phenomenon highlights the power of perception and the role that fear plays in shaping our reality. What we perceive as scary or threatening is often influenced by our personal experiences, cultural biases, and exposure to media. The image of the clown, once associated with innocence and laughter, has been hijacked and twisted into something sinister. This transformation is a testament to the power of fear and the ease with which it can spread. It is a reminder that our perceptions are not always accurate and that things are not always what they seem. It is important to be critical of the information we consume and to question our own biases. Section 8. Beyond the makeup. The creepy clown phenomenon is a complex issue with no easy answers. It is a reflection of our deepest fears, our cultural anxieties, and the power of perception. It is a reminder that even the most innocent of images can be twisted into something sinister, but it is also a reminder that we should not let fear control our lives. We should not allow the actions of a few to tarnish the reputation of an entire profession, and we should strive to look beyond the surface and see the humanity in all of us, even those who hide behind masks. Section 9. Finding the humor again. Perhaps the best way to combat the creepy clown phenomenon is to reclaim the image of the clown as a symbol of joy and laughter. We can do this by supporting professional clowns, by teaching our children about the history and art of clowning, and by refusing to give in to fear. Laughter is a powerful antidote to fear. It can break down barriers, build bridges, and remind us of our shared humanity. Let us not allow the creepy clowns to steal our joy. Let us instead choose to embrace laughter, spread happiness, and find the humor in the world around us.